Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Monday, and we're on lesson 122. We're trying a new way to do this video, and we're going to hopefully be able to post this up on YouTube. If you're watching it, that means it worked. So today, we're going to do a little bit of everything that we do in most of our day. It's going to be way shorter, so don't get worried that you have to look at Mrs. Kraft for a long period of time. But I do miss you, and I just am excited that this will be a way that you might feel more a part of our class again. So let's start off. Our first part of the day is we usually sing. You don't want to hear me sing, I'm sure, but maybe you can sing a good song. And then we read our Bible verse. Our Bible verse of today is going to be one that we're reviewing from before. Our Bible verse is Psalm 147, verse 5. It says, "Great is our Lord and of great power. His understanding is infinite." Remember, infinite means it goes on and on. And in a time like today where things are always changing, hopefully we get back to school, but there might be another change. It's really different to be home every day. Maybe you like it because you get to have dress down day every day. Maybe you like it because you get to sleep in a little bit longer. But things are changing. But God never changes. God always stays the same. He's powerful. He knew that this day would happen. He knew about the coronavirus, and He's with us, and I'm very thankful for that. Also, I hope that you and your family are doing some Bible time together. We should be studying about Jonah if you are here in school, and maybe we'll do a little bit of that along the way. But since today is our first day, I'm just doing a little snippet along the way. But you could use your reading book I sent home as part of your devotional. In your reading book, have you been looking for the little jewels, the little sparkly jewels? In the back of your book, it tells you different things. Like on number 2, it says, just like the woman rejoiced over one coin, God and His angels rejoice when one sinner has accepted Jesus as his Savior. Every person is important to Jesus. You are important to Jesus. I'm important to Jesus. Mommy and Daddy, grandmas and grandpas, brothers and sisters. Even those brothers and sisters that seem to aggravate you all the time. They're important to Jesus. I'm so thankful that we're important. Make sure you're reading your book. Make sure you're reading out loud for 20 minutes a day. Well, the next thing we would do would be spelling. Along the way, we'll pull our cards. You know, I've been wanting to hear Farmer Ted for a long time. And someday we might just have to pull him out and do him. But today we're going to do spelling. We're going to do say spell together. I want to hear you say spell just like Mrs. Kraft is. These are review words, so they're going to be really easy words to do. Are you ready? Here we go. Untie. U-N-T-I-E, untie. Repair. R-E-P-A-I-R, repair. Fountain. F-O-U-N-T-A-I-N, fountain. Author. A-U-T-H-O-R, author. Biscuit. B-I-S-C-U-I-T, biscuit. Did you ever eat a good biscuit with butter and jelly all over it? We just had some of those the other night. Okay, remember, keep saying and spelling them with me. Research. R-E-S-E-A-R-C-H, research. Curb. C-U-R-B, curb. Thirsty. T-H-I-R-S-T-Y, thirsty. Afar. A-F-A-R, afar. Inquire. I-N-Q-U-I-R-E, inquire. Remember, that means to ask something. Warning. W-A-R-N-I-N-G, warning. Caterpillar. I hope we pretty soon see some caterpillars outside. C-A-T-E-R-P-I-L-L-A-R, caterpillar. Vowel. V-O-W-E-L, vowel. Earn. E-A-R-N, earn. Cities. C-I-T-I-E-S, cities. Doctor. Capital D-R, period, doctor. Foot. F-T, period, foot. Enlarge. E-N-L-A-R-G-E, enlarge. To make bigger. Brisk. B-R-I-S-K, brisk. Fast moving. That's how the wind and the rain have been today. Pledge. P-L-E-D-G-E, pledge. A promise. When you look at our words, can you find any words that have a prefix? Remember, a prefix comes in the beginning of a word. Can you find any? I see some. Did anybody say untie? U-N. That's right, un and unbutton. Do you see any more? Afar. In asleep. Good job. Can you find any words that have ear in earth? Not ear and ear, Mrs. Kraft. In earth. Using our phonic sounds. Earn. If you said earn, you are exactly right. Can you find any words that have an sound? Either in verse, in nurse, or in bird. Can you find an sound? An ER, an IR, or a UR? Can you find any? Curb, thirsty, those are all sounds. Caterpillar, those are all sounds. And don't forget our two little abbreviations. Those are easy ones to remember. So boys and girls, we won't have a spelling test, but Mrs. Kraft does want you to be writing those words very neatly. Abel, I still have your paper up on the wall. Make sure that you're writing those very neatly. I love the writing I usually see. I can name off a bunch of people. Let's see. There's Layla and Kendall and Roman. Hunter even does his nice and neat. Let's see who else. Calvin is neat. Caleb is neat. Gwen is neat. Oh my, let's go down the first row. Let's see. Lucas, you did some awesome writing on those words. And let's go Adeline. Adeline took her time on that last paper. So nice. Ben, your cursive is beautiful. And let's go to Ella. Ella never forgets to do it nice and neat and number and fold her paper. And Madison is in there. And Kellen, you about knock the socks off me all the time when you do those neat works. Let's see, did I miss anybody? I got Abel. There's somebody on the back row. I think that's Layla. Nope, that's not Layla. Hang on 1 minute. I'm forgetting. Oh, Brady, how did I forget you? I can't see from this far, and I moved the desks in the room, so Mrs. Kraft is a little confused. So guess what? I know you can do a great job, too. And your cursive is beautiful, too. Boys and girls, try your best work on that. Well, we're going to move on to phonics. So in phonics today, I want you to find your lesson book, your page, your binder that Mrs. Kraft made, and we're going to be on page 243, lesson 122. Last week you learned, let me make sure I have the right page. Yep. Last week you learned about antonyms. Antonyms are opposites. Opposites are easy words. We can immediately think of some antonyms. Let's see how good you are at thinking of some antonyms. Can you beat Mrs. Kraft? Before I turn the next page, can you say the opposite for these words? The opposite of over is under. Did you get that right? Okay, good job. The opposite of night, I didn't hear you. Yep, it's day. Good job. The opposite of hard, you got this one. It's easy. Oh, sorry. It could be easy, but this one is soft. So we could have put either one of those words on there, couldn't we? Okay. The opposite of awake. You better not be this right now. Are you asleep? No, you're wide awake, I'm sure. The opposite of true is false. Okay. The opposite of bad. You better not be bad for mom and dad. The opposite of bad is good. That's right. It's good, of course. And the opposite of go is stop. It's time to stop on this because now we're going to learn something new. We learned that antonyms are the opposite, and now we're going to learn that homonyms. You're not going to see this fancy word homonyms this year, but you'll definitely see it in 3rd grade. But homonyms sound the same, but they have different meanings and different spellings. I know you're going to think of some words right off the bat. Remember, homonyms, they sound the same, but they have different meanings and different spellings. Let's see how you do on some of these. Okay, let's see how you do. Flew. What kind of flew is this? The bird flew in the sky. Oh, what kind of flew is this? This is when you're sick with the flu. Did you see how they sound the same, but they have two different meanings and they're spelled two different ways? Okay, let's try another one. How about this one? Able and able. We definitely know what this is. This is Abel in our class, and I'm able to do neat work. Good job. Okay, let's try this one. Sail and sail. Can't go to very many sales at the store right now because we're all supposed to stay inside. Or we can't sail a boat, but they sound the same. Good job. Here we go. We know this one. Write and write. I'm going to write my words neatly. I'm going to do the right thing for mom and dad today. So write and write sound the same, mean two different things, but they're homonyms. Okay, let's try another one. Tail and tail. Do you have a dog? He has a tail. Do you have a cat? They have a tail. Do you have a tail? I hope you don't have a tail. But you can tell a tale. A tale is a story. Tail and tail. How about this one? Soar and soar. I have a sore toe. Did you stub it on something? Or I'm going to soar high in the sky like a hawk. Wouldn't that be great today? Soar and soar. Two different meanings. Sounds the same way. How about red and red? I have on a red shirt. Well, not really. But I read my story today for my homework. Red and red. A couple more. How about sun and sun? I hope the sun is shining outside. Are you somebody's son? Sun and sun. And the last one. How about this one? Stare and stare. I walked up the stairs with all the groceries. Walked up the stair. Or, it's not polite to stare at your brother at the table. Stare and stare. Sometimes the words can sound the same, but they could be spelled the same way. Like bright. The sun is so bright. I should have brought my sunglasses. The sun is so bright. Or, hey, you're a very bright student. What does that mean? That means you're very smart. So sometimes they're spelled exactly the same way, but they mean two different things. So on page 243, at the top, it says, on that paw print, you know how we always read the paw print together, it says, some words sound exactly the same, but they have different meanings and different spellings. And remember, third grade word, because next year is third grade, you're very close. Homonyms. Homonyms. Say that with me. Homonyms. Homonyms. Good job. Well, we're going to read this story carefully, then draw lines to match the words with the correct definitions. Do you see all those red words? Those are the words that you're going to find down below on your paper. And we're going to draw lines to match what the word means with the meaning. Okay? Read along as I read. Last Saturday, my brother wanted to find a buried treasure. I wanted to help too. Mom told us to dig our hole beside the bush in the backyard. The wind blew hard and some dirt got on my face, but we kept digging. I worked so hard that I got a blister on my right hand. At last, the shovel hit something hard. It was a blue box. Carefully, we lifted it out of the hole and raised it to the porch. Carefully, I ran fast, but my brother won. Inside the box, we found 2 small bundles wrapped in gold paper. Each of us unwrapped one. Each bundle had a whole orange and a piece of candy and a gold sticker. Who buried this treasure, we asked. Mom just smiled. I wonder who buried that treasure. Any clues? Mom. So go down below in the orange box, and we're going to find what the word right means. R-I-G-H-T. The word right doesn't mean to make letters in words. No. Use when 2 and 2 are not correct. I don't think so. Also, no. A direction? Oh. Could it be I turn to the right? It could be. Or the number 2. Which one did you pick? If you picked the 4th one down, a direction, you are right. Good job. What about right? W-R-I-T-E. Which one does that go with? Any clues? Can you say it a little bit louder? I can't hear you. Okay. Did you pick to make letters and words? Double thumbs up. Good job. How about TOO? We've talked about this before. What does TOO mean? Does it mean also? Use when two and two are not correct. It can't be that one because it has the word in the definition. Or the number two. Which one does it mean? Did you pick also? You're right. How about two? TWO. Piece of cake. The number two. And two, use when two and two are not correct. Good job. Now on the other side, in the green side, we're going to do the same thing with the words blue and blue, whole and whole, and one and one. Can you take a minute and let's go read down that list of definitions? Now I want to see if you can match them up first, and then we'll check our answers. Are you ready? Here we go. Entire. To be first in a contest. We all like that. Number one. A color. To move air in an empty place in the ground, in cloth, etc. Okay, take a minute and see if you can find the right answers. Draw those lines. Entire, to be first in a contest. One, a color, to move air, an empty place in the ground, in cloth, etc. Do you have those done yet? Let's check your answers. How about blue, B-L-U-E? Which one did you choose? A color? Good job. How about blue, B-L-E-W? Super simple. To move air. How about whole? That's an empty place. Right, maybe in the ground or maybe a hole in your shirt. I hope not. How about the number one? Oh, sorry, whole. I'm sorry. Whole, W-H-O-L-E. That means entire. You ate the whole pie before Dad had a chance to have a piece. I hope it was good. How about one? O-N-E? That's the number one. And one, W-O-N. One. You won the game. Good job. Flip your paper over on the back, and then we're going to remind ourselves about antonyms. Do you remember what an antonym is? We just talked about it this morning. Antonyms are opposites. Good, bad, pretty and ugly, up and down, all kinds of antonyms. So let's look at our paper, our definition. Remember bone at the top? Here we go. Antonyms are words that are very different. They are sometimes called opposites. We know what opposites are. So you're in the orange box. You're going to draw lines, just like we did here on the other page, and match the words that are opposite. Let's read down the first row of words. Read with me, please. Here we go. Asleep, low. I can't hear you. Hey, wake up back there in the back. Bad, lost, new, fast, right, difficult. Let's go the other side. Wrong, awake, good, easy, slow, high, found, old. Well, you know what? Let's give a freebie. You know how Mrs. Kraft loves to give those freebies. Who can tell me? Oh, there, I gave you one freebie. Asleep means what? Awake. Who can tell me the opposite of low? Look over those words. Which one do you think it could be? Did you have the answer? Say it again. Oh, if you said high, you are right. You can do the rest of those matching all by yourself. Go down to number two. Number two says full, like full and beautiful, or less, L-E-S-S. Add those to the root word to make the word match the sentence. Do you remember from last week? Full means full of, and less means without. Okay? So let's look at the first sentence. Let's get one freebie. Here we go. Sophia was not afraid. Are you reading with me? Sophia was not afraid to play the piano at her recital. Now we have to decide which one's going to sound better. Let's try both of those options. Fearful or fearless? Which one matches what Sophia was feeling? Sophia was not afraid to play the piano at her recital. If you put fearless, you're right. Good job. If she was fearful, that means she was afraid. So read the sentence carefully. Add that suffix at the end. Make sure it makes sense for what the sentence is meaning. You do the other three on your own, all by yourself. Go down to the bottom. Add ER in bigger, or EST, S in biggest, These phonics are so easy because you've got them all up here, right? To the root word. Remember, that's one word. We're going to add that suffix and make a new word out of it to make the word match the sentence. Read the first one about Aaron with me. Right? Here we go. Read with me. Aaron has 2 older brothers, but no little brothers. So is he going to say, is that going to be younger? Or does that mean he's the youngest? Aaron has 2 older brothers, but no little brothers. What do you think the answer to that one is? I know. Do you know? Whisper it for me. What? Say it again. Did you say youngest? E-S-T? You're right. If he has 2 older brothers and no little brothers, he is the youngest. Good job. Finish that page for us. Isn't this fun? I miss you so much. I love doing work with you. Well, usually we have all our phonics and all our stuff, and then we do reading. So make sure you're keeping up with your reading. I thought I'd read you a story. Would you like to hear a little story since it's reading time? Okay. I love this story. Maybe we've already read it. I can't remember, but it's one of my favorites. Oh, Mrs. Kraft's hair from the wind. It's called Grandpa's Teeth. Do you remember that story? Let's read it just for the fun of it. Here we go. Help! I'll be robbed! We heard Grandpa shout. It's a disaster! Come quickly! He was still shouting as Mom, Agatha, and I ran up the stairs. Poor Grandpa. Can you see him? Something's missing. I think you know what it is. Grandpa's room was a mess. But to be honest, it was always a mess. Is that like your desk? He blamed Gump. Maybe your room's a mess too. Uh-oh. He blamed Gump, his old dog. But Gump looked too old to me to make such a mess. What was taken, gasped Mom? Your VCR? Your television? Not your gold-plated golfing trophy. No, said Grandpa. It's much more serious. It's my teeth. They've been stolen. Can you see the pictures? They've been stolen. Grandpa normally kept his teeth in a glass of water by the bed. The glass was still there, but the teeth were missing. You haven't swallowed them by mistake, have you? Asked Mom. Of course not, replied Grandpa. Those teeth were specially handmade by the finest Swiss craftsmen. Agatha looked at Mom and whispered, why is Grandpa talking so funny? You see how serious it is, moaned Grandpa. I may never speak the same way again. Are you sure you looked everywhere? Asked Mom. Under the bed? Behind the cabinet? In all the drawers? Yes, replied Grandpa with tears in his eyes. I've looked everywhere. Mom called the police. Officer Rate looked grave. We've done a thorough search of the room and house, and we found nothing at all. No teeth, no clues. Everyone was at home at the time of the theft. So how the thief got in and out without being seen is a mystery. Can you give us a description of the stolen articles, Mr. Pertwhistle? Grandpa frowned, rubbed his chin, and looked closely at the officer. Could you smile, please? He asked. Smile? Yes, a nice big smile. Officer Rate grinned sheepishly. No, shouted Grandpa angrily. I mean, really, smile. Officer Rate smiled broadly. Grandpa leaned forward, tapping the officer's teeth with his finger, and growled suspiciously. They look just like those. Officer Rate looked shocked. I've had these for years. Officer Rate took us all down to the station for further investigation. Using Grandpa's description, the police artist drew a picture of the missing teeth. They put up their wanted poster with all the others. We made copies and put them all over town. Officer Rate rounded up the usual suspects and took them in for questioning. All of them were asked to smile. Most of them were missing teeth as well, but just one or two, not the whole set. But they even brought in our unfriendly neighbor, Mrs. Carbuncle, because her own teeth didn't fit. But Grandpa didn't recognize her or the teeth in the police lineup. I've never seen her smile before, he explained to Officer Rate. Look at Mrs. Carbuncle in the middle of all those other guys. After several days, Officer Rate had to admit that no teeth had been found, no thief had been caught, and no clues had been uncovered. Grandpa suspected everyone, especially anyone who didn't smile. Soon the whole town was smiling at him, although he never smiled back. He had nothing to smile with. Mom even got a call from one of those TV shows, Unsolved Crimes. They came to the house in a helicopter. We had to reenact the whole thing. When Grandpa was interviewed, he asked the reporter, Pearl White, if he could borrow some of her teeth. After all, he mumbled, "You have more than enough." What do you think about Pearl's teeth? Do you think she has more than enough? Dad called Switzerland to find out how much a new set of teeth would cost. He was so shocked when he found out that he dropped the phone. The only way we could ever afford it, he joked to Mom, is to sell the house. Grandpa thought this was a great idea. Who needs a house anyway, he moaned. It doesn't help you chew your food. To cheer him up, we all took Grandpa to the amusement park. It was a disaster. He took one look at the front entrance and burst into tears. Look at that. Do you see why Grandpa cried? Everyone watched Unsolved Crimes, but no one called Officer Rate, and the crime remained unsolved. Some spare teeth were left in the mailbox, but none of them fit properly. People began locking their doors at night, imagining a teeth thief loose on the streets. No one knew who would be next, so fear gripped the town. The thief had to be caught, and soon. Those are some pretty different teeth on there. It seemed that the only way to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the teeth in your mouth were your own was to smile broadly at every person you met. Anyone who didn't smile was immediately dragged off to the police station for more questions and a chat with Officer Rate. So everyone began smiling at everyone else, all the time, everywhere, even at funerals. That is one happy town. Because of Grandpa's teeth, the whole town was beginning to suffer. Tourists, seeing the endless sea of smiling faces, were too scared to get out of their cars. After a while, they stopped coming altogether to Dad's cafe, like the rest of the town was losing business. The mayor called an emergency meeting. That night, for the first time that anyone can remember, the town hall was full. Speaker after speaker stood up to complain about the loss of customers and the constant strain of smiling all day, every day. Pastor Butters summed up the situation. "Well, I've always considered this a happy town. There are limits. No one wants to smile without a reason, and there aren't many reasons to smile in this town at the moment. It's time, I believe, to put a stop to it." The crowd cheered. Mr. Pertwhistle had one of the finest sets of teeth in the country, and he alone cannot afford to replace them. In fact, I alone could not afford to replace them either. But if every one of us put $1 in the collection plate tonight, we would have enough money to buy 2 new sets of teeth. Most people put in $1, others put in 2. At the presentation ceremony, Grandpa opened the package and revealed 2 sets of brand new teeth. "Why are they different sizes?" asked the mayor. "Oh, only one of them is for me," replied Grandpa, popping one of the sets into his mouth. "The other one is for Mrs. Carbuncle. Her teeth never fit properly, and she has such a pretty smile." Who do you think has the teeth? Where do you think the teeth are? Are they hidden? Where are they? Grandpa was very happy with his new teeth. So was Mrs. Carbuncle. They smiled all the time. In fact, they were so happy that Grandpa's old dog, Gump, smiled too. For the first time ever. Who had Grandpa's teeth? Yep, you're right. Good old Gump. I hope you enjoyed that reading. We're going to move on to math. Today in math, we get to learn our 5 times family. You're doing so good with all your other families, but today we're going to practice some. I have some flashcards. Do you remember the other day we talked about doing a dividing box? So we're on lesson 122 for math. And this is Kraft. Switch out it's right in front of me. I've already switched. We're going to do just a quick review of some other things. But before we do that, I want to do our 10 family. Remember this dividing box, all it's saying is divided. So when I do 10 divided by 10, I want to think of 10 times something. Sorry, I'll hold that up a little higher. 10 times something that equals 10. Do you remember our trick? What's our trick for the zero family? We're going to cover up the zero. So 10 times 1 equals 10. Let's check and see if we're right. 10 divided by 10 is 1. Great job. Okay, do you think you're really good that you can remember? Okay, here we go. Let's try some other ones. Okay. What is 40 divided by 10? 40 divided by 10. Remember, we're going to think of 10. Let me do it this way. 10 times something that equals 40. Cover up that 0. What's your answer? 4. Let's check and see if you're right. You are right. Good job. Okay, next one's we're getting easier all the way. Here we go. You ready? 80 divided by 10. Or backwards, we could do it 10 times something that equals 80. Can you think before I give you the trick? I think you can. Let's try it. What is the answer? 8. Let's check and see if you're right. Great job. It is. 80 divided by 10 equals 8. Okay, a little bit harder. Here we go. What is, I got them out of order. Let me just put them back in order. Here we go. What is 110 divided by 10 equal? So think about it backwards. 10 times something that equals 110. Any clues? What? I didn't hear that. I hope you're right. Take away that 0. Do you see the answer? Did you say 11? Then you are right. 110 divided by 10 equals 11. Last one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here we go. 120 divided by 10 equals, I know you already know it. Let's do it backwards though. 10 times something that equals 120. And the answer is, did you say 12? Perfect job. You are awesome. You're amazing with all these flashcards. Today on our lesson page 100, lesson 122, page 243, at the top, we're going to talk about some weights. It's been a while since we reviewed some weights, so Mrs. Kraft thinks we need to go over these. Okay, so let's stop and think about 1 pound equals how many ounces? Remember what a pound is about the size of? The pound is about the size of a guinea pig. Remember, a guinea pig is a little bit bigger than a hamster or a gerbil. So a pound is about the size of a guinea pig. Do you remember what the size of an ounce is? I think we have one in this room. Something has been making noise while I've been here. I miss you because when you're here, there's too much activity and those little critters don't like to be here. It's an ounce. Do you remember? An ounce is about the size of 1 mouse. Do you remember how many mice it's going to take to make a pound? Let's turn it around. Did you have the right answer? The answer is 16. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Good job. Here's the other new one we did just right before we left. 1 kilogram equals how many grams? Now, a kilogram, do you remember what it's the size of? It's the size of a wild rabbit. Do you have any wild rabbits out in your yard? My mom and dad do. We don't have any wild rabbits near us. But they love to come and eat my dad's apple peelings. He likes to put the apple peelings after he peels an apple for my mom out underneath the bird feeder, and they come and eat the apple peelings. So a wild rabbit equals about how many grams? Do you remember what was the size of a gram? We don't see them outside right now. Do you remember? Grasshoppers. How many grasshoppers is it going to take to equal 1 kilogram? Right? It's a big number. A really, really big number. 1,000. So let's read it together. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So get your paper and let's check it out here. Let's see if we can do this review. Remember, a pound equals 16 ounces and a kilogram equals 1,000 grams. Okay? So circle the best object for each weight. You're going to do this on your own later. But let's get a freebie. Here we go. I see it says 1 pound. Now think about a pound. It's about the size of a guinea pig. Would that be a can? A can? Like a can of vegetables or a can of soup? Possibly. How about a feather? No way, Jose. Which one did you circle? You should have circled the soup. That's right. Circle the soup. Let's do next door. One more. Okay, here we go. An ounce. That's that size of that tiny little mouse. The teeny tiny little mouse that's right over there in that corner by all the stuffed animals. Maybe he's living in the stuffed animals. I'm not going over there. Here we go. Which one is about the size of a mouse? A good sandwich that Mom makes you? A candy bar? Or your comb? Which one did you pick? How many people picked a sandwich? Raise your hand. Good call. Nobody better have their hands up. How about the candy bar? Not even the candy bar. The comb? If you picked the comb, good job. You're the person. You got the right answer, and you are a winner. You're going to go down to number 2, and you're going to add those numbers. Be careful. There's some carrying. And when you go over to the subtraction, there is borrowing. Let's do one of those together. Are you ready? I'm going to turn around to the board, so don't mind my back. And I'm going to write it on the board, and you're going to do it together with me. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. This is Kraft. Erase this. Okay, here we go. 9,241. Yep. If I get out of the way, you can see it better, huh? Minus 3,825. Okay, I'm going to scoot back out of the way. Are you ready? Here we go. Can I do 1 minus 5? One finger. Can I take 5 away? Nope. I got to knock next door. Knock next door. Cross out the 1. Hello, Mr. 4. May I borrow 1? Sure. 4 is going to come with 3. I took 10 plus 1. That equals 11. Don't go the whole way across. Sometimes you need to borrow the whole way across. Sometimes you don't. Let's wait and find out. Here we go. What is 11 minus 5? Any clues? Shout it out. Did you say 6? Good job. Here we go. Can I do 3 minus 2? Yeah, I can. So here we go. 3 minus 2 is 1. Do I need to borrow from the 2? No, I didn't need to do it. See why you don't go ahead and just cross everything out? You've got to think. Remember that understanding. Here we go. 2 minus 8. Can I do that? 2 fingers. Take away 8. Not in my house you can. So let's go 2. We're going to cross it out. Knock next door from number 9. 9's going to become that's right, an 8. And 10 plus 2 equals 12. Now I can do it. 12 minus 8 equals, did you say it? 4. Good job. Put your comma, because our commas line up. And 8 minus 3 equals 5. Good job. So there's your answer, 5,416. Good job, boys and girls. I love it. So when you do the next one, be really careful. Remember, sometimes you need to borrow, sometimes you don't. So use that thinking. On the bottom for number 3, you're going to write the answers. Don't get tricked by the zeros, okay? Remember, 1 times any number equals the same number. 0 times any number equals 0. And 10, you know the answer for tens. And our dividing, we just did all that practice. You've got that answer already up here. And when you go over to number 4, we're going to draw the lines to match. Okay, should we review one more time? Here we go. 1 pound equals how many ounces? Can you tell me? 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Okay, here we go. And the next one is 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. I wish you were here so we could have a contest to see if the girls are smarter than the boys. Girls, girls, girls. Or maybe I should say boys, boys, boys today. But we're going to do some of our practice so then you don't get behind, okay? Because this is going to be on our test if we have to take our test. Are you ready? Say the answers as fast as you can. Here we go. 1 quart equals 2 pints. Good job. 1 pint equals 2 cups. 1 minute equals how many seconds? 60 seconds. Good job. Don't get tricked on this one. Some people get this one messed up. So remember, this is careful. Be careful. 1 foot equals how many inches? This is what's in your desk. Did you say 12? Good job. 12 is it. Okay, here we go. Some people know this one really good. This is what our year is. 1 leap year equals how many days? No, not 165. No, not 365. What's the answer? 366. Good job. 1 hour equals 60 minutes. 1 year equals 12 months. Remember, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So that's 12 months. Don't miss this one. Don't say 365 on this one. Are you ready? Here we go. 1 week equals how many days? Caleb, what's the answer for that one? 1 week equals 7 days. I know Caleb's been practicing. His mom told me. Let's see if the girls can get this one before the boys. Are you ready? Here we go. Come on, girls. Kendall, Ella, you ready? Here we go. Everybody, Layla. Who else is in here? Let's see. Madison and Adeline and Quen. Get this before the boys do. Are you ready? Here we go. 1 yard equals 3. Girls, good job. 3 feet. Okay, boys, you got to get this one before the girls do. You ready? Here we go. We got to get all the boys. I can't miss anybody. Roman and Lucas and Benjamin. And let's see, Kellen and Brady. I didn't forget you this time, Brady. And Abel and Hunter and Calvin and Caleb. Here we go. The boiling point of water is, hurry, 212. Good job, boys. You got that. Okay, everybody, here we go. If you're wearing red today, what's the answer for this one? 1 yard equals 36 inches. If you're wearing blue today, what's this answer? 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Good job. If you are happy that you're home today, 1 year equals about 52 weeks. Okay, you should know this one. Here we go. If you, let's see, if you can jump up and down really fast and give me the answer. Let's see. Here we go. Who can jump and give me the answer? 1 day equals, hey, quit jumping and say the answer. 24 hours. This one's easy. You can check in the refrigerator for this one. 1 dozen equals 12 things. Do you remember the freezing point of water? Oh, I heard the girls. That's good. 32. Okay, boys. We don't want anybody to have a temperature because you might be sick, so we have to be healthy so you can come back to school. Boys, what is the normal body temperature? 98.6. Good job. Okay, 1 regular year, not the leap year like this. What is it? If you're wearing green, tell me. 1 year equals 365 days. Good job. Boys and girls, you are so smart. I am so proud of you. Turn over to the back of your paper because today we're going to start learning the 5 times family. 5 times family is very easy. It's just a matter of counting by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Hey, you know what I forgot to bring over here? If you have a clock in your room, that's like counting by 5s. Let me go get one because I want to show you a trick. Hang on, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Are you still there? You didn't go get a snack or anything, or if you did, make sure Mrs. Kraft has one too. Look at this clock. This gives you all the answers. You're really good with time. So if you wanted to say, what is, well, get the hands right, Mrs. Kraft. What is 3 times 5? Let's count over for the hands. 5, 10, 15. That's right. What if we wanted to say, what is 5 times 5? Count again. 5, 10, 15, 20. Whoops, can't see it. Sorry about that. Let's hold this hand. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you can look at the number and know that when you count by 5s, you're counting by 5s. Here we go. You've got all the answers right on the face of the clock. Well, wait a minute. What is 5 times 12? How would you ever know? All the way around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Good job. So the clock is your answers right there in front of you. Let's find our 5 family. Can you go over your 5 family with me? Here we go. Are you ready? 5 times 0 equals 0. Say them with me. 5 times 1 equals 5. 5 times 2 equals 10. 5 times 3 equals 15. 5 times 4 equals 20. 5 times 5 equals 25. 5 times 6 equals 30. 5 times 7 equals 35. 5 times 8 equals 40. 5 times 9 equals 45. 5 times 10 equals 50. 5 times 11 equals 55. And 5 times 12 equals 60. You think you've got that in your brain? Let's try it on this side. What's 5 times 4? Oh, what? I didn't hear you. Oh, 20. That's right. What's 5 times 10? That's easy. We know the 10 family. What is it? 50. Good job. Let's do one more. What's 5 times 3? Did you say 15? Good job. I hope we get back to school. I have all these ice cream cones waiting to be colored so we can build that ice cream cone way high, and then we can have our ice cream party at the end of the year. I sure hope that happens. On the back of your paper, it says, write the products. Do you remember what a product is? A product is the answer to a multiplying problem. So we're going to use the candy at the top of the page. See the top of the page where the candy is? We're going to use that candy to count by fives. So it says 8 times 5. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put your finger on number 8. Count by fives. Or you can look at the clock and think, what number is over here? Let's go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 8 times 5 equals 40. What's 3 times 5? 5, 10, 15. Write that 15 in there, please. What's 9 times 5? Okay, here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. You can use the candy. I like using the clock because it's hard for Mrs. Kraft to hold that book up for you to see. Here we go. On the next one. 6 times 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So half of an hour. 30. How about 11 times 5? Do you think you know that one? The trick for 11s are, it's the same number twice. So 5, 5. What's it going to be? 55. How about 1 times 5? Piece of cake. 5. How about 4 times 5? 5, 10, 15, 20. Good job. 0 times 5, what's that trick? Any number times 0 equals 0. So 0 is the answer. How about 5 times 5? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 2 times 5? Do you know what it is? Did you say 10? Good job. 10 times 5? Easy peasy. Ready? What is it? 50. Good job. 7 times 5? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And the last one. I already gave the answer to you a long time ago. Do you remember? 12 times 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Good job. Hey, did you notice on the clock? It has the answers all the way around the outside. Did you notice that? It's good practice to count anyway. Let's go down to number 2. Let's see if you can write the number that I say. Since Mrs. Kraft is here today, we'll try that part. Are you ready? Can you write $307.18? $307.18. Don't forget your dollar sign. Don't forget your decimal point. We'll check these in just a moment. Letter B. Can you write $69.04? $69.04. Now, I forgot to tell you on the first problem, you need 5 numbers. Do you have 5 numbers on the first one? There's a trick. You need something in every place. Okay, how about on the second one? You need 4 numbers. Letter B, $69.04. If you don't hear a number for a certain place, what are you going to put instead? You're going to put that 0 to hold that place, okay? Let's go to letter C. Can you write 3 1/2? 3 1/2. Mr. Kraft ate 3 1/2 pieces of cake. No, not really. 3 1/2. Letter D. Can you write 10 1/2? 10 1/2. Good job. And the last one has 4 numbers. It's not money, so no dollar sign, no decimal point. Can you write 9,807? 9,807. Good job. You ready to check your answers? Okay, I'm going to write them on the board. You check and see if you got yours right. Did you get the first one right? Did you remember that 0 right there? Don't forget when you don't hear anything in that tens place. Here's the next one. Did you get that one right? Remember, nothing in that zeros place. Okay, here we go. Next one is 3 and 1 half. I hope you got that. That's pretty easy. And 10 and 1 half. And the last one, 9,800, 0 and 7. Remember, nothing in the tens place. Did you do a good job? Did you get all those right? Remember the zeros. Don't forget. We're going to practice a lot of that because we're going to need to know that. A lot of third graders already know that, and you're almost ready for third grade. Good job. Let's go down to number 3. Listen as I read. The world's smallest parrot, the pygmy parrot, lives in Papua New Guinea. Maybe Mommy can pull that up on the computer like we would do in class. It weighs about 12 grams. Uh-oh, what does a gram equal? A grasshopper. If 3 nickels weighed 15 grams, how many more grams do the nickels weigh than the pygmy parrot? We're going to make a subtraction problem. Listen one more time. The world's smallest parrot, the pygmy parrot, lives in Papua New Guinea. It weighs about 12 grams. If 3 nickels weighed 15 grams, how many more grams do the nickels weigh than the pygmy parrot? There's something tricky in this story problem. There's a number I don't need. There's a number you heard with your ears that's extra information. So we're asking the question, how many more grams do the nickels weigh than the pygmy parrot? Does it matter I have 3 nickels? No, that's my extra information. So let's write a sentence. Are you ready? Here we go. How much do the nickels weigh? They weigh, they weigh 15 grams. How much does the pygmy parrot weigh? He weighs 12. We want to do a subtraction problem because we want to see how much more. Remember those clue words? So what is 15 minus 12? We know that answer is 3. Good job. 15 minus 12 equals 3. But knowing about 3 nickels, that was extra information I don't need. Let's go down to the bottom. It says write the perimeter. You did that on yesterday's paper. Remember, you're adding the sides together like a Speedy Sam, and you're going to figure out how much all those sides add up together. So let's do this together. It's 6 plus 3 plus 6 plus 3. Let's do it in our heads. We're really good at that. What's 6 plus 3? Did you say 9? Good job. Plus 6. I've got an answer. Do you have an answer? 15. Good job. Plus 3 more. 18. Did you get 18? Good job. That is true. 18. But now look at the square, the cube. It says 5. Those little lines up there at the top. Inches. Remember we talked about that? Inches. So it's 5 inches. But is it 5 inches on every side or just the top or just the side? Remember, a square is equal on every side. So it's the same measurement, the top, the sides, and the bottom. Here we go. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. No. We're not going to do adding. We can multiply. You just did it right up there at the top of the page. What is 5 times 4? 5, 10, 15, 20. Did you get 20? Good job. Write that on the line. Good job, boys and girls. You've really hung in here for a long time today. I miss you. But you know what? Before we leave, I'd love to do a Speedy Sam together. Do you think you can do a Speedy Sam with me? Here we go. Are you ready? Okay. What is 12 minus 6 that? Plus 8. Got that? Minus 7. Minus 2. Plus 8 equal. What does that equal? Do you have an answer? Oh, I heard somebody say it. 13. If you said 13, you have it. Jing! You did it. Great job, boys and girls. I hope to see you tomorrow. And you know what? If somebody texts me in that they watched the video, maybe we'll have a prize when we come back from school. So if you've watched this video today, text me so I know, and I'll keep track of all those kids who watch, and they'll have a prize when we get back. Maybe they'll earn a praise tag. Maybe they'll earn a coupon. Maybe they'll earn a piece of candy. Did I tell you about Mr. Kraft? He won 307 pieces of chocolate candy. I need you to come back to school so you can eat some of it. Okay, have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Miss ya.